Hello everyone, hope you are all doing as well as possible. This series discusses an open investigation. Not all legal outcomes are known or final, and all suspects are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. I've mentioned before that I am extremely selective about which news outlets, reporters, and content creators I trust to cover the Duggars ethically and accurately. I've started reading a lot of the comments on those videos. A lot of the viewers are coming at this from the same place that I am, so there are some really good questions. I love a good, respectful question, so I am going to start answering some of these in this series in between the videos with real-time coverage. I'm going to put all of this in my Duggar Downfall series, but please keep in mind that the Duggar family and the IBLP are not the only damaging fundie communities out there. Mine was not a part of IBLP. They were actually a part of ARC, or the Alliance of Renewal Churches. But these groups have a lot of similarities. And while some are in conflict with each other, some have very strong connections with each other and respect leaders from other movements. All that to say, there are a lot of groups with toxic ideologies that harm women and children. The Duggars are just one of many. In today's video, I want to address the complexity of women in Christian fundamentalism. A really good question I'm seeing is, are these women victims or perpetrators? And as someone who lived it, I can honestly say the answer is usually both. To give you a bit of background about me, I was never fully accepted. I wasn't raised anything, and I started out with more mainstream-ish Christianity as a teenager. I was married at the time, but I don't have kids due to medical infertility. I've talked about that in other videos. Part of my medical treatment involves hormonal birth control, and I got a ton of crap for all that, obviously. Since I don't have kids and didn't agree with the ideology, I can honestly say I wasn't really a perpetrator. Sort of the opposite, actually. I did a lot of childcare in that world. I have a degree in early childhood, and I could see a lot of the damage these mothers were inflicting on their children, and I wanted to be as much of a positive influence as I could. And I really missed the kids after I got out, I'll be honest. The ways in which these kids are getting victimized is thankfully gaining more public attention. Physical and schmexual abuse, indoctrination / mental abuse, medical neglect, educational neglect, etc. All of that is, of course, completely repugnant. I want to make it clear that I am not condoning any kind of maltreatment. Kendra Duggar is 100% a perpetrator. I do not condone what she did to her children. As said, her children are currently out of her custody, presumably in foster care, and it's been reported that they don't miss her. I totally believe that, because some of these mothers just don't know how to have meaningful connections with their kids. So make no mistake, I am not letting Kendra off the hook. But we also need to look at the ways in which a lot of these women are victims in addition to being perpetrators. Medical neglect is a big problem in these groups, not just for children, but for everyone. You cannot give birth to 19 biological children without having health issues. And whether or not you believe in medical care, you simply cannot provide adequate care for a mother and that many children. In some of the jail phone calls, Kendra has mentioned struggling with health issues. In one video, she mentions struggles walking up and down stairs and feeling heavy, like a weighted blanket. Her words. I've seen comments that she's had some issues like Hashimoto's disease after a couple of pregnancies. Hashimoto's disease is where your thyroid stops working or barely works, aka hypothyroidism. You have to take a pill every day to give you the hormones your thyroid is no longer producing. I've got Hashimoto's myself. It's a common fibromyalgia complication. Treatment is simple. It's a pill, but having untreated thyroid problems just feels awful and poses a ton of long-term health risks. A lot of men in these groups oppose medical care for their wives because a sick person is easier to control. It's harder for them to leave, seek legal recourse, etc. My understanding is that Joseph and Kendra are living at the Duggar compound, and I'm almost positive she is not getting enough medical care. Again, I fully support legal accountability for what she did to her children, but it's equally wrong that she and so many other women in this world are victims of misogyny-driven medical neglect. All right, that's it for this video. As always, thanks for watching. Please share far and wide so we can finally destroy the patriarchy. All right, take care. Bye. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a huge favor and hit the thumbs up. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Like you try. Oh, bye.